Hi, childless millennials. We're your hosts. I'm Marissa.
And I'm Bethany.
And welcome to Dashcam Chats. If you're wondering, I am holding a tiny microphone because I can't figure out how to attach this lapel the right way. So I'm going to be holding my tiny microphone. So clearly we're in the car. It's a very different format. Bethany and I are on our own. We don't have Nick who does all of this for us. So we're just going to go with it. I'm excited though. We talked about doing something like this for a little bit now, and now that we are taking a road trip, I think it's just like under 3-hour road trip. It's like 2 hours or something.
Like
up to Maine, we figured let's give it a try. So in this episode, we are going to talk about just like road trip things.
Road trips.
Yeah, because like Bethany and I have jobs that really entail driving a lot. So like she has shows she has to go to. We have weddings we have to go to. So
we're both in the car all the time.
And then you probably, I don't know, if you know me, then you know that Nick and I used to travel a lot. So we have a lot of stories from like renting vans and doing van life and like just going all around. So I think we have some stuff to talk about. So what is your favorite snack when you're on
a
trip? Yeah.
So one of my go-tos is weirdly, and I don't even eat it at home. So like one of my weird go-tos is like Smart Food popcorn.
Oh, I love it.
So like if I stop at a convenience store for like a snack, I don't know why, but I gravitate towards, I want something cheesy and light. Like, so I usually go for Smart Food popcorn, and I'm not a big popcorn eater. Like, I don't really like popcorn too much. But something about it in the car, it's just, I don't know.
I will buy Smart Food on the reg. Like, it's one of my favorite foods. So
it is really good.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think that's like one of my go-tos. Sometimes I do want like a nice like sweet treat too. Like right now I have like a cake pop to eat a little bit, but I sometimes like to have like a little bit of chocolate or something.
Always chocolate.
Just as like a sweet thing. But yeah, Smart Food I think is my go-to. I always like to have like soda and stuff. A lot of times like if I'm driving, I might have coffee to like start the day if it's early, but usually a soda like a Coke really keeps me more awake and stuff than a coffee does.
We were talking off camera about how when we drive, we have to have something in our mouths at all times.
Constant.
Like, I don't know what it is, but when I'm in a car, I want food.
I just want a snack.
Like, and like, I could not be hungry. Like, I could literally just not be hungry. Like, yesterday, I had a session that was like an hour 20 off Cape, and it was, right now, sunset's basically during dinner time, which is so annoying. So I was getting dinner beforehand. I was literally on my way to Anejo's to get tacos, but for some reason I really needed like my Cheez-Its with me, so I totally took that with me. But
were you full by the time you got to dinner?
I tried not to eat them, so I was doing this thing where I would put it in the seat next to me and I'd just do one, and then I would like really chew it, like really get it done, so I would stop, not eat at all.
That's funny.
Okay, so I agree with Smart Food. For me, it really depends on like what I hyper fixate on things. Like,
I do too.
Okay,
so
like
ADHD thing.
I think it is. So for a while it was Cheez-Its. It still is Cheez-Its. Like, I think I said this in Donnie's episode. I straight up
did.
I was like, I love Cheez-Its. The white cheddar ones. So usually it's that, but right now I'm hyper fixated on these nuts that Shaw's sells, and it's like the sweet and chili ones. So it's like this the like crunchy things in there are like chipotle chili or something.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
But the pretzels
give you a little spice in
but
there,
the pretzels and the nuts in there are like this sweet, like, I don't know what it is. It's just
that's cool.
Oh, it's so good. So
Sweet
I literally have that with me back there right now because like I bought a new one and it's so good.
I will hyperfixate on foods like that so bad that when I was a kid, there was this one point, my parents talk about it all the time because I hyperfixated on ramen noodles at one point.
Oh,
and I was eating them like
the dollar one, right?
Yeah, I was eating ramen every day, like out of the package.
Like 2 packs a day.
Yeah, I was eating it every day, and So my parents like bulk ordered a bunch of ramen to stock up on it, and of course right after they did that I was like, I don't like it anymore.
That would happen.
Not something I want to eat anymore.
Now I kind of want ramen actually. What's for lunch today?
I don't think there's a plan.
We should try for ramen.
I know.
That sounds so
I don't
good.
even know what's up there. I don't know what we're doing. All I know is I know where we're going for dinner. But
if you're
lunch, I have no
confused,
clue.
we are actually on our way to Maine for our friend Chris's birthday. And if you think that name is familiar, it is, because she was our first guest on this episode. So I'll link that up here so you can watch that. But we're off to go celebrate Krista, and we're going to meet for lunch first, and then we're going to like a comedy show and dinner, and then we don't know what's happening. So yeah, mine is the peanuts right now. I also love sweets as well, but for some reason I don't, because the chili one, the peanuts I have sweet in it. Yeah. It's usually just that.
That's
at the
perfect.
moment.
So
So
yeah, it gives you a little bit of both. Like I'll do the same thing where like sometimes I want the savory, especially cheese, and then I also want a sweet.
Yeah.
So if I go into like a convenience store on a road trip, I'll pick one of each.
Yes.
So I'll get Smart Food or like cheesy chips or something, and then I will also get, I don't know, like
I have a random question.
like chocolate donuts or something.
Oh, chocolate. Wait, Holy Donut is in Maine. Those are potato donuts.
Oh, I don't think I've ever had that.
Okay.
I've had Wicked Whoopies.
Okay,
Those are
if I'm gonna look it up, if there's a Holy Donut, we have to go.
okay.
They're potato donuts, but they're so fluffy. Ugh, they're so good. If you guys are from Maine, ever been to Maine, Holy
I
Donuts.
lived in Maine for like 4 years, and I've never even like heard of it.
Well, it's more of like a Portsmouth kind of thing.
Okay, see, I was not in southern Maine.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So for me, I guess we should talk about drinks too, because I mean, you kind of did.
Yeah.
You did Coke, coffee. Whoa. We're in a tunnel, guys.
That was loud.
We're almost in Boston, so it's
just dark in here.
traffic, and maybe I should just wait a second until we get out of the tunnel, because it just got dark, and I don't know. We're filming on a GoPro, by the way, so I don't know how it reacts to. We're probably going to be really blown out for a second.
Here we go again.
You know, here we go. Adjust.
Right again.
Adjust. Okay, so for drinks for me, it depends on like what I have in my fridge. So usually it's a big, like I have like a water bottle, like a Owala water bottle, just with water. And then if it's like during dinner time, I'll bring a soda with me, and I drink just sugar-free soda. I prefer the taste actually. So it's usually like a Canada Dry fruit punch one, because it tastes like a Shirley Temple, Sprite Zero, or like the orange, any kind of orange soda zero. So any one of those that I have in the fridge, I'll bring. And then if I need energy, can you guess what I bring?
Oh my gosh.
I have Celsius, except for today. I do have a Starbucks because I feel like I'm like on a mini little trip and then do something special. Plus I'm not with Nick, and Nick doesn't really do Starbucks. But I did get this drink. This is that new mango refresher one. I will say, if you're gonna try it, maybe get like extra lemonade or some kind of extra pump of flavor, because it tastes kind of like water. Like right now the taste for me is coming from the mango bobas. Which,
what is it, mostly like the butterfly tea stuff?
Yeah, I think
Which
so.
is a tea, so I feel like that makes sense. It'd be kind of watery, but like...
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe that's just not my thing. It's beautiful. So like if I'm gonna try it again, I think I'm gonna modify it a little more to get
add
a little more taste
lemonade
in
or
it.
something.
But yeah, so those are usually the drinks that I gravitate towards. We wrote some like ideas down to talk about, because I feel like there's a lot to talk about.
There's a lot to talk about with road trips.
And it's just like kind of all over the place. So, music. Do you listen to music or podcasts when you're in the car? Or nothing?
Usually music.
Usually music.
I have a hard time focusing on, like if I put on a podcast, I am not paying attention to it. I zone out, and I won't even understand what I'm listening to. Same with like talk radio. I don't like listening to it in the car, because a lot of times I really have to like focus on it, and then if I'm focusing too much on that, I'm not focusing on my driving.
I have a question. Do you watch podcasts, or do you listen to them at home when you do?
I prefer to watch them.
Okay.
I prefer, because I do like... my brain sometimes has a hard time just listening to people talk.
It's ADHD.
Yeah, so I usually have to watch it. I usually enjoy watching it. I have to be really focused in to listen to people just talk.
So I agree with that. I feel like I listen to a lot of podcasts, but I bet you I probably only comprehend one out of one out of every 3. So, like, I would say I listened to 3 in a row. I can only tell you what one was about, probably.
Yeah.
So I have to go back and re-listen to them, but that's a me problem, I guess.
Yeah.
What do you listen to?
Everything.
You
pretty much. So
everything.
It depends on my mood when I'm driving. Like, if I'm alone and I want to just, like, belt out music, I will listen to Broadway show tunes.
Yes. I did know that.
I listen to a lot of Disney music as well, but then I also do, like, country. So I listen to a lot of country. Yeah. And then also, like, a lot of, like, more, like, upbeat pop music and stuff, too.
Okay.
So it really kind of depends on my mood, I guess.
Yeah.
And even the weather sometimes affects what I want to listen to, but I will sometimes just put my music on shuffle and it'll go from like Broadway show tune and then the next song will be like, I don't know.
Did you know that there's an air quality alert today? I know this is so random.
It's so hot?
But I don't know what it is. I asked Alexa this morning. I was like, "Hey, what's the weather on the Cape?" And they were like, it's gonna be warm on the Cape again. It was 80 degrees yesterday.
Yeah.
Which is, I know it's June and it should be warm, but that was like the first warm day. Like Penny, my really long haired cat, she was on the hardwood floor, just sprawled out.
Trying to get warm.
I put a fan on the ground for her. I felt bad. The other 2 were fine because they're not as long-haired, but Penny was having a hard time, and today's supposed to be just as warm, and I think it's humid today, too, and Alexa was like, you have a low-quality air alert, but
great.
We're almost
hazy.
in Boston. It's hazy right now.
It's very hazy.
So I don't know what that's about, but...
Even though I'm still wearing my sunglasses. Because it's bright.
You have blue eyes?
It's hazy, but it's bright. Yeah,
so blue eyes, I think we get more, like, light into our brain or something.
Yeah. It's too bright.
Oh, man. Okay, well, that's cool. I don't know what it is. I was a very musical person growing up. Like, I was in the band, marching bands. I've been with my husband for 20 years, so, like, I've always been to his shows, and always just been around music. And, like, I love going to festivals, don't get me wrong, but I actually don't listen to music, really, which is weird. Like, it has to be a very random, like, day or whatever. Like, yesterday I did listen to the album of Noah Kahan, like the new one, because I just wanted to listen to it, and also I wasn't comprehending any podcast that I was listening to, so I just put on Noah Kahan. So it has to be random, but usually it's a podcast. After weddings, it's nothing. I'm overstimulated.
Quiet,
yeah, I literally just turn it off and it's just quiet the whole way home. Well, it depends. If it's like on the Cape, usually it's no, but if I come from off Cape and it's a long ride,
music keeps me awake, I found, because it keeps me, especially
food keeps me awake.
like singing along to the music, and it keeps me alert when I'm driving.
But if I were to listen to music, it's almost the same as you. I mean, maybe not. I do Disney music. I don't really do Broadway show music. I don't listen to country anymore. I did grow up in North Carolina, and for a while I did listen to country. Nick hates country.
Yeah.
Like, he banned it from our house. So, like, we don't listen to that at all. So it's usually...
Doug's gotten super into it lately, especially. So,
yeah.
I mean, we even went to, like, a concert not too long ago to see Josh Turner.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, we both listen to country a lot.
Yeah. I don't mind it. It's just I just don't know anybody or anything anymore. Like, I'm so far out of the scene that I just don't know.
I mean, all the country music I mostly know, like, by heart, are, like, from
when you were young.
Late 90s, early 2000s. That's like
so that's probably what
primary,
I know. Like Shania Twain.
Yeah. I actually went to a Shania Twain concert.
Oh my gosh! Was that the one where she was lip syncing or something?
No.
Okay.
She was singing. It was actually at the Xfinity Center in
because my sister said that she had went to Shania Twain once. I don't know when it was, but apparently there was some kind of I don't know, like, issue with Shania Twain, like, lip syncing or whatever, but, like,
weird.
Give the woman a break. She's old.
She, like, had to, or
she was, like, sick, or maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, or maybe there was a technical issue. Like, who knows? You never know.
Anyway, so Ed Sheeran is my favorite artist right now.
Oh, yeah, I knew that.
Yeah, so I do listen to Ed Sheeran quite a lot, like, more often than you think I would. And then Noah Kahan, I really want to like him because he's, like, kind of a local legend. I do like some of his songs, but listening to his album, I'm like, this is all kind of the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's all of a sudden become pretty big.
Like huge. Yeah, did you watch this documentary on Netflix?
No.
It's actually good. He's a very modest guy. He suffers with mental illness, like a lot of us millennials. But yeah, he's good. His songs are good. He has a song right now called Lighthouse, and I was listening to it yesterday because I did a photo shoot at a lighthouse. So I don't know what, that must be autism or something. I don't know. But yeah, so that's all I got. Ed Sheeran. Yeah. I do listen to metal, believe it or not. Like, that's been the last 20 years of my life because my husband is a huge metal person. So I do love bands like Killswitch Engage. I haven't listened to them in a long time because I'm more into the hardcore scene. So, like, Stick to Your Guns. That's probably my favorite hardcore. And then A Day to Remember is something I actually grew up with all the time. So they're like...
Whereas for me, like, that kind of music I feel like is a genre I don't really listen to.
Yeah. So that's crazy. I remember in high school, so I got to drive when I was a sophomore. Were you old for your...
No, I did it right away.
You did it the other way, okay.
Whereas, like, Doug waited.
Yes, so I was very old in my grade.
Yeah.
So I drove a car my sophomore year, which was like unheard of, but like made me really cool. So I was
I was like one of the older kids like you were.
Yeah, okay. So I would like, of course, like blast my music at like 7 o'clock in the morning coming in, and it was A Day to Remember. So it was like, I don't know if you guys know A Day to Remember. Most people do, but they have singing, but a lot of it's also screaming. That's what metal, hardcore, whatever it is. So I would be blasting the music coming into the parking lot. I don't know, whatever. That's basically where I'm at.
Yeah, because like you, we were both born in October.
Yes.
So we were...
Which, by the way, we have an episode with Lauren where we discuss our birthdays, and I didn't remember how old I was. I remember
that was so funny. I was like, that's not your...
He's editing the podcast right now, and he sent me this clip, and he was dying. He's like, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen. He wants me to like just post it on his own.
Because I stopped for a second, I'm thinking, I'm like, no, that's not right.
I genuinely was like... Oh, like I genuinely didn't know.
I was like, no, wait, you were born in 1990.
I was like, yeah.
I was like, so you're not the same age as me.
So Bethany, our birthdays are really close to each other. They're
but a year apart.
But 1 year apart, so. Anyways.
So did you grow up going on a lot of road trips?
Yeah, so my dad is a truck driver. So I grew up in, I guess, I don't know how to say this. Like, my dad was a truck driver, so, like, during the summer, we would go with him to some of his jobs. So, like, he did cross-country, but he would say he was going to Ohio or something, which is not that long of a trip. Yeah. He had the beds in the back with the fridge and the microwave and, like, all that stuff. Yeah, so he would take us with him sometimes. So that was always a lot of fun. So, like, I guess driving's in my blood. So, like, I enjoy it a lot in that sense. We never flew. The first time I flew was with Nick, so it was never with my family or anything. So we always drove places. I touched base on this on our About Us episode, but I lived in Florida and North Carolina, and my family's up here on the Cape of Massachusetts, so we would drive.
You would do the drive.
Yeah, exactly. But my dad, we had a station wagon with, like, the seats that face the opposite way.
I love those. My best friend's family had one of those, and we'd always
it's so
sit
fun.
in the way back.
It's
I
so
love
fun.
But
that. Those seats go down, so, like, the whole back is just open. And my dad would do, like, the box on the top of the car with all of our stuff. And then he would put, I have 2 other sisters, so us 3 girls, he would put in the back, like, he would make a bed. And it was 3 a.m. He would just put us in the back of the car and drive, because he's a truck driver, so he, like, prefers to drive at night. And he would do, like, half the drive. By the time we wake up, we would wake up in, like, Delaware somewhere at, like, a gas station. And it's like, that's pretty much, like, I grew up doing that a lot because every year, we gotta go see family and stuff. And it was even further when we lived in Florida. North Carolina was a little easier, but Florida, my dad would just truck on through.
Yeah, we drove to Florida. Like, so the first time I flew in a plane, I actually was 6 months old. So we did fly sometimes, but for most of my life growing up, until I was close to 10 years old, we always drove to Florida because it was cheaper for us as a family to do that.
Now it's not because of gas.
We didn't have a lot of money back then, and it made more sense for us to drive. So we'd always, like, load up our van. There was some of the vans that we had, you could actually take the middle seats out completely.
Yes.
And I would sit way in the back, and sometimes I'd bring a cousin or a friend along with us, and we'd be way, way, way in the back, and the whole middle would be our snacks, like our cooler, all of our suitcases and everything. And my parents would split the drive and we wouldn't stop. So we would do the whole,
never stopped
like,
either.
24 to 27 hours, whatever it was, all the way to Orlando. Just drive the whole thing. So we did this. I just was used to doing this trip every year. Like, I loved stopping at, like, the cliche places, like south of the border.
Every single time south of the border.
So, you know, I actually kind of miss doing that road trip. And it's funny because Doug now wants to do this.
I did it recently.
Doug never has experienced that. And last year, we drove all the way to Indiana together to go pick up our new baby skunk that we have, who's now a year old. But we went out there to pick him up, and it was fun. I mean, Doug hasn't seen a lot of, like, the country.
Like the Midwest.
So we took different ways there and back. We kind of went up north and down to get there, and we drove closer to the coastline to come back. For traffic reasons, it made more sense too, the time that we were going and coming. So the way there, we actually stopped at, like, Niagara Falls. So I can show him Niagara Falls. I have. He's never seen it before. We didn't really get a good view because we didn't pay to, like, go up on the observatory, but whatever. We got some lunch and we went to go look at it. We stopped different places, like, even on the way home, we stopped at Uranus Fudge Factory, which there's like 3 different locations. We stopped at one of the ones in Indiana. So the whole thing is puns about Uranus.
Did you know,
and then packing your fudge and stuff.
I listen to a lot of paranormal stuff, and there's a lot of, like, astrology people that come on to these people's podcasts, and apparently you are supposed to pronounce it Uranus.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
I didn't know that until then. I literally thought it was just Uranus for as long
Uranus
as I
is better.
I mean, yeah, clearly it's better. But anyways, that was just a little tangent.
Uranus.
I just heard that the other day. I was like, it's Uranus. I'm like, I guess that's a little less vulgar.
But then it sounds like urine. Like
Uranus?
Uranus.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah.
But yeah, so we did stop at a lot of places. On the way home, weirdly, it took us, like, through New York City, like, to get back, which actually we didn't hit, like, any traffic. Like, I don't know.
That's unheard of.
The timing was weird. Like, we even went through part of, like, Manhattan. We got great views of the Statue of Liberty and everything, which was great for Doug. He's never seen the Statue of Liberty, so it was great. But so we actually had, like, a really good time in the trip.
Yeah.
Like, we stopped for a lot of snacks and a lot of, like, foods. And so after that trip, Doug was, and it was like a 17-hour drive.
I bet, yeah.
We did it one way back. We didn't stop, like, to sleep on the way there. But on the way home, it was like midnight, and we were kind of in the Pennsylvania area. We were just so tired that we did stop to sleep on the way home because we were like, you know what? Let's just go to bed and then wake. And it's only because we couldn't start the day really early heading back because we had to wait till a certain time to pick up the skunk first. Yeah. So it's not like the day before we got up super early and started our trip. So that's why. And, you know, it made more sense for us to do that. But it was so fun. And now Doug's like, let's just, like, drive to Florida.
So,
like, let's not.
Well, Nick and I
like just getting there in a few hours and being there.
True, on the plane is so much easier. But a couple of years ago, Nick and I actually took the drive to Florida. And I don't remember. I think it was on the way back. We decided to do it straight through. So we stayed up all night. It was kind of fun because we haven't really done that before. So we obviously watched the sunset and then we watched it rise. And I thought that was pretty cool.
I love that.
But yeah, we drove to Florida and probably in 2023, maybe we went to Rockville, which is a music festival. It's usually like metal music, hardcore, that type of thing. It's in the Daytona race ring. What is that called? I don't know.
Daytona Raceway.
It's actually one of my favorite. Like, it's so much fun. Like, you camp out and there's, like, little general stores inside. The place is huge. Like, there's, like, golf carts you can take from the campground all the way over. You can do a camper van. You can tent camp. There's also, like, hotel shuttles too. And then people who live there, they can just go and come. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I think I don't know, we went somewhere, Blue Ridge Festival. We did that once, which is in Virginia, I think. That was a lot of fun. We ended up camping everywhere we stopped, so we made it a thing where we would drive and then we would camp for a night, and we ended up camping at in Pennsylvania. It was, I don't know if it was in Lancaster or near it, but basically that's like Amish country. Yeah. And we were at this tent, we had this campsite, and behind us was this field of just nothing. It was literally, it was like the sea, but like a field. It was literally insane. It was so cool. I know it's crazy to see, but we live on the Cape, so we don't get that.
That was like when we went to Indiana.
Yeah.
When we were driving and it was getting dark, well, like when we got to Indiana, because we stayed overnight not far from where we picked up the skunk. All these giant fields were full of fireflies. But like, when I mean like the song Fireflies, like you would not believe your eyes of 10 million fireflies. Like it was like 10 million fireflies. I tried to take videos because the videos don't even do it justice, because it was almost like a blanket of sorry, I bumped that. Like a blanket of sparkling fireflies.
Glad you took the video though, because did you see that thing that our generation might be the last generation to ever see fireflies?
Well, they were saying that until this past year. There was like a giant boom of them.
Good. I hope they never leave. They're so beautiful. My backyard, you probably don't know, but my backyard, I have like about an acre of land, maybe a little bit less, but it's a jungle right now. It's just so overgrown because nobody's taking care of it. We moved there a couple years ago and just haven't had the money to do it. So anyways, there's just, my bathroom faces the backyard, so when I'm in the middle of the night, when I go to the bathroom,
you see all the fireflies.
I just look outside and it's just twinkle, twinkle, twinkle. It's cool. Literally I love
And like the biggest thing to help with them is like, don't rake up all your leaves and stuff in the fall and the winter or whatever.
Yes.
Because
that's probably why I have a lot.
The larvae, like are little glowworms, and they live underneath all of the leaves. And like if you get rid of all that, like you're killing you're killing a lot of things, but that's one of them.
I have this one section in my yard. It has, okay, so my mother-in-law, love her, but she put so many flowers and vines and invasive things in her yard that they are just everywhere. So if you're looking straight back from like the bathroom to the backyard, on the left side, there is vines. First of all, there's vines everywhere. I took out so many, but this specifically, on this side, there's vines on the ground. And it covers the entire ground and then kind of starts to go up our neighbor's fence, which honestly, it's beautiful. Actually, Nick and I want to put a piano out there.
That'd be cool.
I don't know why. I just feel like a piano needs to be in that little area. It's beautiful. And I don't think I'm going to get rid of it. But I feel like because we have so many spaces like that, like that's where they just love to be. So I love fireflies.
I do too.
They're so beautiful. I hope they never leave. Was that your longest road trip? The one with or Florida.
Ones that I've technically driven, yes. But like when I've gone to Florida, I've never personally driven the Florida route. It's always been like my parents driving it, and I've been a passenger.
So in other words, you've never driven to California or Texas or
no.
Yeah, same here. I've only driven.
Like I've been out there, but it's always been flying.
Yeah. It's easier. I mean, I don't know if it's easier, but it seems faster.
If you can just like get on a plane and be in California in like 5 hours,
true.
So much easier.
True.
It's easier to see the world that way. I mean, even think about the fact that we can like fly anywhere around the world.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I know. So what's your favorite place that you've driven to?
I don't. It's.
Because it's mostly when you're driving, you're doing something like getting your
skunk, you're usually like
going to Disney or.
Because like even when I went to like Indiana to get the skunk, it's not like I stayed in Indiana long. I was literally just at a hotel room and didn't get to see too much of the sights of Indiana.
Yeah.
Drove through Ohio, and I've been to Ohio before in the past, flight-wise, just to go to Cleveland to visit somebody in a hospital. And I did go to Cleveland Zoo. I went to, like, a museum.
Yeah.
But I really want to go to, like, the Columbus Zoo and some of the other zoos in Ohio.
Yeah.
And the bummer was driving through to get the skunk in Indiana and going through Columbus. And I'm like, I want to go so bad. Yeah.
So for me, it's kind of random. And I don't think I've really had the chance to drive too far. Well, I have two stories. So first is when my sister did a sailing camp or excursion. I don't know what to call it, but basically, we're in a tunnel, by the way. She sailed from Lake Michigan in Michigan all the way to Canada, like the Canada side. So my parents, either she flew there or my parents dropped her off. They came back. It was like a month-long thing.
Yeah.
And then, she needed somebody to pick her up in Canada, and I was the only one with a passport because I had just recently.
Well, I have driven to Canada before.
Yeah,
several times.
So we, me, Nick, and my mom, we drove up to Canada through Niagara Falls. That was my first time seeing Niagara Falls, and we we're going, actually only I could go through the border, so that was really scary because I had to go by myself. So my parents,
I have a funny Canada story driving there after you're done.
So
don't let me forget is what I'm
my
saying.
mom and dad stayed, my mom and Nick stayed at like the Niagara Falls area, and I took the car and I drove like up through the border, went through the border by myself, which was actually kind of easy. And then I picked up my sister. That was fine. That was actually
blasting music right now.
It's this motorcycle to the left over here.
Like,
I thought that like when you're on a motorcycle that you're supposed to have like headphones in or something. Like, how is that allowed?
I don't think you can have headphones because then you can't hear like traffic and things around you.
It's like a Harley too, and he has bad words on his helmet.
Oh yeah, he does.
Can you guys hear that? I don't even know if they can hear it or not.
Probably.
See ya.
Keep going.
Anyway, so I picked my sister up. It was really cool. Took pictures of her. It was a big sail ship, like picture Pirates of the Caribbean, like that type of thing.
Oh, wow.
It was so cool. And there's like pictures of, she's like all the way at the top of the freaking thing. Like, I don't even know how she did that. So I picked her up. We were coming back, and that was scary because we went through, they told us to pull over, and we pulled over, and they were asking us all these questions, going through everything in our car, and like, I was young, Brooke was even younger. It was so intimidating. I was like, I just want to go to my mom. So anyways, that was my Canada story. Yeah. What's yours?
So I've been a couple times, because I have a friend that lives in Montreal, and I met her actually in 2010. I was in South Africa for like a month, and she was one of the people that was on my trip, and like all of us became really close in that time because we basically were camping in the middle of Africa together. It's very much like bonding through scary moments, like not really trauma, more than just like scary but also really fun,
because you could die from a spider bite.
Yeah, or mostly just like getting trampled by wildebeest or a hippo, or this person's like in my lane.
Literally.
What are you doing?
Sorry. I need to like have my phone out to start filming these random car, like, I swear, we're in Boston right now. I don't know what the reputation, is that right? Reputation.
Yeah.
Reputation
Yeah.
is, but I don't think it's good for us here.
Assholes, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, so one of the times I was going to visit my friend, they asked me at the border too, because I'm alone, and they're like, well, why are you coming to Canada? And I'm like, well, I'm visiting my friend. They're like, how do you know somebody in Canada?
Ew.
And I'm like, well, we met in Africa. And they're like, well, that's really weird. Like, they just were very much like grilling me about this whole thing, and I'm like, okay. And I've been there a couple times to visit her. The second time was for her wedding.
Hello, brightness.
Yeah, it's bright again. And so I was having me take Route 1. Okay.
I'm gonna.
So,
by the way, real quick, this is where we are. Zinken Bridge. This is a staple of Boston. If you guys are not from here, which I think every listener around us that's listening is from here, and there's like, yeah. Anyways, back to it.
So, but the funniest thing was like the first time I went up to Canada by myself driving, I got in and everything, and it's big open road, and I saw the speed limit sign, and I'm like, oh my gosh, 100 miles per hour? Whoa. So I just start flying.
Oh my god.
Because I'm like, this is great. And then like it hit me.
This is great.
Like probably honestly 15 minutes later, I was like,
this is kilometers, huh?
This is kilometers. Oops.
Oh my god.
I toned it back down to, the normal speed limit, which is literally the normal speed limit here. But
yeah. I know, it's so funny. It seems like so much more, but it's not. Did you enter through New York or?
No. So going to Montreal, it's basically just, if we took this trip, instead of going like kind of towards Maine, you go through New Hampshire.
Oh, okay.
So either go through New Hampshire or or Vermont. Basically, just keep going up 93.
Yeah.
But I have been to Niagara Falls area through Buffalo.
Yes.
Several times, as I mentioned, in Indiana. But there was a time that I went with my parents when I was in like middle school or high school, and we wanted to do something different than going to Disney. And we've done a few of these trips. Like one year we went to Minnesota. We flew there, but we went to Minnesota to go to Mall of America, and of course we went to the zoo. But when we went to Sorry, guys, we're in another dark tunnel.
Yeah, Boston, like everything is underground here. We're getting out of it.
We're in and out.
Yeah.
So then we also one year when my mom kept being, I want to see Niagara Falls so bad. So one year we actually took a really fun trip and we drove out to Buffalo, and then we actually stayed on the Canada side in Ontario. Yeah, we stayed on the Canada side to see the falls, because the falls definitely are better on that side.
I've seen them over
they
there
really
too.
are.
Yeah.
But of course we went to like the world's largest indoor bird aviary while we were there, because we passed that and I was like, we're going there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we went to Niagara Falls for, I don't know how long we were there, a weekend or 5 days, I don't know, but that was a really fun trip, and we drove out there. Another place I have driven that I thought about too is I've also driven by myself all the way out to Erie, Pennsylvania.
Wow, by yourself?
Yeah, because my ex at the time was going to school out there, and I was helping him like bring all his stuff back.
Yeah.
But I stayed with him for a few days out there in Erie before driving back. So that was like pretty far. That was probably one of the farthest trips I've taken by myself.
Yeah.
Because when Doug and I went to Indiana, that was even further, but at least we were, you know, two of us, so we could split it.
Know if I've really driven that far.
Yeah, that was
myself.
about a 10 to 12 hour trip, and that was by myself. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then driving back, I still was driving alone because we had two separate vehicles, so we could, you know, stop places together, but we were in two separate
in the car by yourself, which is where most of the hours are. Yeah. That's crazy. So Nick and I think I touched base on this. So I'm about to get like either really embarrassed, or maybe you guys can go check it out. We used to have a travel YouTube channel where we filmed our travels and put them online on YouTube for people to watch. And
I watched them, actually.
Yeah, I mean, we had 500 subscribers. It was decent.
Especially all your like Hawaii trips.
Yes, yeah, we love Hawaii. That's we honeymooned in Hawaii, and then every other year or every 2 years we tried to go back. But yeah, so we filmed our stuff. We put them up on there. It's called I Just Want to Travel, if you want to check it out. I would love to pick it up again, but I bought a house and got really broke in Mexico, and now I have zero money. So
you should just change it to I Still Just Want to Travel.
I still just want to travel. And that's very funny, actually. But anyway, so one of the trips that we did is we flew out to Arizona, and we've done this before. I don't know if this was the first or second time, I can't remember, but we rented a camper van through Indie Campers. They were fairly new when we first started them, so like they were on the cheaper side, but their vans were so nice, so fun, so cool. And Nick and I really enjoy van life. Eventually we are going to get some kind of camper or a van or something of that sort, but we rented it in Arizona, and then we drove through like Sedona, Flagstaff. We went to Utah. There's like a Lake Paloma, or I don't remember. I have to figure that out. We have some footage.
I've always wanted to go out in those areas. Like I've always wanted to go to Arizona and stuff. I've never been.
So have you ever done like a van life thing?
No, and I also think that's so cool. And I watched a lot of your videos back when you did that, and I thought that was the coolest thing.
Yeah, because we went to like Antelope Canyon, and like you literally can just pull over. We're like on top of a mountain. We pulled over, and there's this horse like that we were just touching. Like they're wild, but not really, because like,
aren't you like not supposed to do that?
Yeah, but there's these people that sell things on the side of the road over there. There's so the Navajo Nation is out there, and there's these old Navajo ladies, grandmas. Sorry if you're not a grandma, but they're like out there, and they sell jewelry that they make and stuff. But these horses are like with them.
Oh, okay.
So like it's not their horses, but the horses are
just
so domesticated at that point.
Because I've been to like now I can't even think of the name of it, but the island off the coast
Georgia?
Off of Maryland.
Oh, okay, Maryland.
Now I can't think of the Assateague Island.
Oh, okay.
And they have a bunch of wild horses there, and you can actually get fined if they catch you too close to one or touching one.
There's an island off of Georgia, I think. I can't remember. Tippy or something. I'll have to put that in here again. We also went there. I can maybe put some clips there. But also they had wild horses. You just did this trail. It was a beach, and they have some on the beach. There's like ruins there, so these horses are just in and out of ruins. I have so many photos from that trip. But also we that was the first one we did. Also an indie camper van thing.
Oh, funny.
Yeah, anyways, it was so long ago. So we love van life. But yeah, we drove through all of Arizona. We didn't know that Flagstaff was going to be freezing cold. It was so incredibly cold. It's because you're like 8,000 feet up in the air, and for some reason we just didn't think that being cold was
Just
a
like you're
thing.
Arizona and you're like, it'll be hot.
Yeah, so we went up there and we actually had 2 nights there, but I think we left and decided not to do the second night there because it was just too cold and we didn't bring any clothes. So we drove back down, and I don't know, it's because I'm not out there, the scenes were just so, I don't know, like my jaw was on the ground for most of it. It was just so beautiful. We had so much fun. Same with like we rented it in Florida, and I think we drove up to Georgia. We did Savannah and another trip with Indie Camper. So I don't know, I just love van life. It was so much fun. Like I said, I had a travel channel called I Just Want to Travel, and there's a lot of that in there. But yeah, that's pretty much my extent to road trips. So ooh, watch out.
Everyone's changing lanes, and I'm trying to get rid of a notification.
There's so much traffic in Boston. It's never ending.
It's all the time. All the time. Like when I do animal shows, I would much rather travel out like west.
Like 495?
Yeah. 495, or even if I'm taking 195 like closer to Rhode Island, I would much rather travel through there than go north. If I have to go through Boston. Don't you fly out of
Rhode Island to go to Disney?
Yes. Yeah. I like traveling out of TF Green way more than Logan.
I'm going to try that.
Because for one, you don't have to deal with the traffic going in and out of Boston, and it's also a smaller airport that's way more easy to navigate, and it's just like, it's just 100 times better.
I know we're on a road trip, we're supposed to be talking about road trip things, but I've flown into Key West Airport.
Yeah.
That is the nicest, smallest airport I've ever been in.
I've heard that one's
They
nice.
just redid it, so I guess it was different before, but like for some reason I go to Key West a lot I've shot a wedding there, I've done engagement sessions down there. I might be going again in November for another wedding, but I flew into there, Nick didn't come in with this one, and it was so nice. Like, it was amazing. Anyways, big airports are stressful, small ones are great.
I want like key lime pie now, like really bad.
I don't know if I like key lime pie.
I love key lime pie.
I feel like I should have tried it when I was there, but I didn't.
I love it. It's tart, sweet, good.
All right. We talk about families. Is there anywhere you want to go by car?
Like, honestly, anywhere that I haven't traveled is like places I want to go.
Same. That I've literally always say that.
Yeah. Like I don't know. And I feel like if I ever take the trip back to Florida, so like my parents still drive to Florida a lot, and they actually started recently doing a thing where they drive a certain amount and they get on an auto train where they can put their car on the train.
Whoa.
They get a night to sleep.
That's
they get food and everything. They get to shower if they want to and everything. And then the auto train brings them right to Florida. I think they get it in Virginia. I don't know if that's right, but I think it goes from Virginia to Florida. So like a big chunk of their travel now, they're not putting the gas and mileage on their car. Yes, it's kind of expensive, but in the grand scheme of things, because before they used to stop a lot more places along the way, so they're not paying for all those hotel rooms too. But when they do travel the whole thing without the train, they would stop at like Savannah, Georgia, and all these places.
I love Savannah.
Because they kind of go like around instead of taking the whole 95 down because there's so much more traffic. They kind of go around and they make like a little mini trip out of it, and they stop like at 3 different places. Savannah, Georgia is one of the places I do want to go. It's also
so good.
Super haunted.
It's
too.
spooky. I know. Maybe we can go together,
right, and do like a haunted.
Oh my
Savannah
gosh,
road
we
trip.
should do like me, you, Doug, and Nick.
We should,
and we should do like a road trip, like maybe in a van, like we can.
Right, that would be so fun.
And we've been, I think once or twice before, but I don't think I did too many spooky things. But we should do all the spooky things there. It's first of all really beautiful. The Spanish moss trees.
The Spanish moss growing on
Oh
the
my
trees.
god, it's literally it's so nice. And then even the little towns that we're in, like we went and saw where Forrest Gump was filmed and all that stuff. Because of course, if you know Nick, it's always about like in his vows he had.
I was gonna say, is he a big Forrest Gump fan? Because he's quoted Forrest Gump several times in front of me, and I didn't notice him. But now,
I mean, he put Forrest Gump in our vows, so like he's very much, he loves it. I don't blame him. That's a great movie, but yeah, he's something else. So we went and saw that. But Savannah, Georgia is amazing. So we should take a trip together.
The other day after we did that podcast, and he's like, you can tell a lot. Mama says you can tell a lot about a person.
He wants us to do this bit in our, you know how we ask, like, what's in your mug, which we didn't do.
Well, we did talk about drinks.
We did talk about drinks, so she has water from Starbucks. Anyways, whoops, we know how to do this. But he was like, you guys should do this. Look, Forrest Gump does. And it was something about shoes.
Something about our shoes. Like, what's the story behind your shoes?
Yes. He's like, you can tell a person by the shoes they wear or something. I was like, oh, maybe.
He's like, because I'm sure you got stories of those shoes. And I'm like, I
asked him. I was like, so what are the story? I was like, you know me, but like, what's the story behind me and my shoes? And I think I was wearing like Vans or Converse or something like that. And I'm like, you're something else. Oh man. Okay, so do you play or did you play any road trip games?
As a kid, like, so when we did those trips to Florida,
yeah,
I had a lot of like, even these like road trip book things that had different games you can play in them. And of course, one of like the most common ones that I had was like the license plate one, right? Where you have to find every state, every license plate state, yep. And so there were a lot of things like that. I can't even remember some of the other ones. Of course, people always play like I Spy, like yep. I Spy something green, yep. You know. Yep. So there's like the general things people do play a lot. That's what I did too. Yeah. Because we didn't like we had Game Boy. I was gonna say I had my Game Boy.
I was gonna say it was like
Game Boy. I had the original, like gray Game Boy.
You did say that, yeah.
One time I was driving to Florida and my cousin and I were in the way back of the van and we would take turns with my Game Boy because we just had the one. Yeah. And it was her turn and she ended up spilling barbecue sauce on it and
barbecue sauce?
Yeah. And yeah. So and I just remember being mad because it got all sticky.
Yeah. My Game Boy, I don't know if you know this, but my favorite color is green. So my Game Boy was lime green, and
I loved lime green.
Me too. I painted my room lime green. So like eventually, so my parents, when we moved up here from North Carolina, we moved into my grandmother's house, which was just like a very two small bedroom house, and then we added an addition to the back of it. So like, have you ever been to? You might not have ever been there. I've done bonfires there before, but you walk into the house, like that is the addition. So like you're not even walking into the old house, but anyways. They added 3 more rooms, so I eventually got my own room for the first time in a long time, and they let me paint it, so I painted it a lime green, and then I did it orange in I'm talking like a neon orange and like really light blue color. Border. Orange. Yeah, I know. You have these shoes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, neon yellow
So my current bedroom.
Yeah. No way.
Is orange, like very brightly orange.
Not like...
But I did an African, like...
Okay.
Design like border, which has blue, green, and white like triangles and like zigzags. Yep. And then my bathroom that's connected is like a darker orange color. Well, still kind of bright, but like a brighter, darker orange. Yeah.
Is it like the orange in my office or
no?
Nick's
It's
office
like
now?
Brighter.
Yeah. So we painted one of our walls orange. It's actually terracotta. So like,
see, I like that. That's like the color of my car, like a terracotta.
Yes. Yeah. It is. Yeah. So it's very much like that. That's so funny. Nick was so worried. He's like, I don't want to look like a pumpkin in here. And
I love it. I love it so much. And it's just a one accent wall.
Good, yeah, as long as it's not the whole thing.
No, my bedroom's, it's the whole thing.
It is the whole thing. Okay.
It's the whole thing. It's a lot.
There's
no white walls in my house. It's just...
my whole house
house is like a sagey green color, and then each room is a different color. So like, and I wanted a really nice color that would be most of the house, but then it's like my mammal room is purple. Yes, I have a room for like different animals. And then
obviously, guys,
bird room is like a light yellow. And then one of the bathrooms, and then one of the bathrooms is like not really. It was just like I
didn't know if that like helped like them.
No, I felt like it was like sunshiny. Yeah,
that was nice.
And then I have a dark like avocado green bathroom.
Love
it's really nice. It actually reminds me of like the skin of an avocado. Like I don't know, like it's
like the way it went on. Yeah, that's so cool.
So it's because it's kind of like textured wall almost. So it really feels like that.
We got off on a huge tangent here, but my house actually isn't painted. It's still primer. And I've had it renovated for 2 years already, and I still haven't painted it. I did figure out what color that I wanted, though.
This has nothing to do with road trips.
Nothing to do with road trips. We should probably move on. Were you, or are you, a passenger princess, or do you like to drive?
I like to drive, but a lot of times I do like to be passenger princess. Same. Just sit there and eat my snacks and look on my phone and do things.
So do you and Doug, like, switch evenly?
No, I mean, usually we kind of do. When we did to Indiana, I feel like he drove a little bit more than me. Like, sometimes he'd do, like, 4 hours, and then maybe I would do, like, 2 or 3.
So, Nick is very adamant about evenly splitting our drives. I don't know why. I do end up driving a little bit more because Nick just gets so tired that he just can't drive, so I end up driving.
Yeah.
And like I said, my dad's a truck driver, so I truly think that driving is like, if it was a thing, it's like in my blood.
It's in your
like
blood,
it's like, my sister drove school buses. Like, it's literally what we're good at. That and making pizza. Yeah. Because my mom made pizza.
Like, sometimes, like, I'll get a headache if, like, if I'm, like, in a lot of traffic, or when we were driving to Indiana, of course, it was my turn to drive. We're driving through, like, Ohio, and it starts torrential downpouring.
Oh, my God, raining?
And I'm in the middle lane. There's, like, giant trucks on either side of me. It is raining so hard that you can't see anything. I'm just focusing on any little lines I can see in the car in front of me.
Was it daytime?
It was like that. Yeah, but it was so dark.
Because
you couldn't
of the
see
rain.
anything.
Yeah.
And I was stuck in torrential downpours, like torrential.
Yeah.
Monsoon for like 2 hours.
Oh my God.
And after that, I was like, no. After that, I was like, Doug, I need...
Your butt is clenched probably the whole time. Yeah.
My eyes hurt, like my butt hurt. I was just like, oh my gosh, it is your time to drive. I can't do this anymore.
Okay, so funny story about torrential raining. We were... I don't know where. I think it was the trip. She has the chocolate cake mom. We were on the road to somewhere. We were in the Jeep, maybe? I have a Jeep, which I'm selling, by the way. If anyone wants to buy it, you can buy it now. Sad. Anyways, so we were in the Jeep, and it was torrential downpouring. So much so that we had to pull over and stop. Like, everyone on the highway was on the...
Oh my gosh.
It was, like, really bad. And then once it let up a little bit, we started driving again, and then we noticed it was flash flooding. So there was floods everywhere. So, like, you couldn't get off some exits.
That's scary.
And there was this one person in the exit stopped in the flood, and I think it was up to, like, their window. And I was like, oh my God. And I went to go turn because I was like, you know, I don't know, for some reason, my mom's a nurse, so maybe that's in my blood too. I instantly to go help them. So I went to go turn, and Nick was like, absolutely not. Do you want to be stuck in that? So we had to end up just driving past it, but that's a literally small little crazy story. Wow. I've never seen anything like that before. Absolutely.
That is scary.
Yeah. Let's see, the girls texted us. Let's see what they said.
I was going to say, you might want to open
I'll be there a bit before 4. Who's that? I'll be there at 1. 12:59, actually.
Who was that said that?
Anna?
Oh, okay.
Is there someone going to a graduation, I think? Was that her? Or somebody else?
Maybe.
My phone's going to die.
It's her husband dropping her off, I think.
Dropping her off?
I think.
In Maine? That's wild.
I think.
Anyways...
Yeah. Now that my mouth's full of chocolate.
I know. So, yeah, actually, that was fun. I had a crazy weather experience on here. I have a few crazy experiences. Like, it's more just torrential downpouring. And
also,
like,
people can't drive these days, and I feel like...
And there's just way more cars.
Most of my stories are that.
There's so many cars on the road. Like, how long have we been in traffic? I feel like we've been in traffic for like an hour.
This
entire episode. Like, what are we on? This says 55 minutes.
So for an hour?
Yeah. Just absolutely so stupid, so crazy. Okay. Now, we talked about weather. What's the craziest thing you've ever seen? Have you seen an accident that was just insane? Have you, have you seen anything crazy?
I mean, I've seen a lot of accidents.
Yeah, I mean...
I've seen people, like, go to the bathroom on the side of the road. I've gotten in a couple accidents, and it's all because people have rear-ended me. One time I was in traffic. Bunch of reptiles in the back of my car. And this girl rams into me because her pug jumped on her lap. And she had just bought a brand new, like, Audi.
Oh my God.
And she was all like, oh man, like, I'm hurt.
Oh my
God,
like,
stop it. You hit me. Also, I gotta go check my animals. And then she was like, oh my gosh, you have animals in your car? And I'm like, yep, and they could all be hurt, so...
God, did you have any, like, you have, like, the stickers on this, or whatever they are?
So I didn't at the time, so I was working for, it wasn't even my company yet, I was still working for the company I worked for before.
Yeah.
And so it was only reptiles and everything, they're all in bins and stuff, and some of the bins did kind of, like, rattle a little bit, or, like, knock over.
Yeah, but you had to
everyone was fine, but I kind of, like, played it off, like, oh my gosh, gotta check on them. Because, of course, the back of my car was, like, destroyed. It was, like, good enough where I could still drive.
Yeah, but still.
But I had to get it fixed, and luckily, like, her insurance had to pay for it.
Good.
You know, it was, like, it would have been, like, at least a $1,500, like, repair or more. But, yeah, her insurance covered it.
The guy thought I was giving him a thumbs up to go in front of us. But I was giving you guys a thumbs up because of insurance. So, That's funny.
He gave us a thumbs up. Yeah.
You go, dude. So, all right, cool. So nothing really too out of the crazy.
I can't think of, I mean, I'm sure I've seen a lot of crazy things, but nothing's like standing out to me as like the craziest moment. Mm-hmm. The other day, though, I was driving through Boston like this, and what was really weird was like sometimes you see like traffic helicopters, right?
Yes.
But I was driving right before the tunnel in Boston that we went into not too long ago. Mm-hmm. There was a really low helicopter just hovering and watching everybody. Like really low, like up to like where the tops of these trees are.
Sonic!
And I was like, I know, we have this, like the only Sonic we have.
I love Sonic.
It is really good. And so then I was like, that's weird. Like, I wonder if they're looking for somebody. Like, I wonder, because it didn't look like a traffic one. They're not going up and down a route. They're staying in place, clearly scanning everybody that's driving by.
Sorry, I gotta stop you real quick because literally on the way here there was a helicopter hovering. Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay, it wasn't as low as you were saying, but
I saw it, and that's what made me think of it.
Yeah, okay.
So, because then it was weird. I was actually on this route. I was on Route 1.
Yeah.
But I was closer to the North Shore. Like, once you get past all of this and you're like, kind of near Revere or something, right?
Revere, kid.
All of a sudden, there was another helicopter, super low again, watching everybody on Route 1. And I'm like, what is happening?
Is there a manhunt?
I looked it up later, and it said that they were, like, doing routine, like...
Oh.
Like...
Nothing
practices or something, but I don't know if I believe that. I don't know.
Wait, I have something funny.
I think it was... they were doing something they don't want people to know.
I mean, that's always what it is. We're talking about the drone thing. Remember the whole alien thing? Anyways, I have a random story. Nothing to do with traveling. Sorry, I mean kind of traveling. I was in Hawaii, and we stayed at this place twice now. It's near Turtle Bay, and we were I was filming something on our deck. I think I have footage of it, but okay, I'm blabbling. There's bases in Hawaii, like army bases, like that's where people for some reason go. And
some of my relatives were staying in Hawaii because of that.
So usually we go to Oahu, by the way. So we were near Turtle Bay, and I'm on our deck, and I'm filming something, and these helicopters go by, big giant army ones, and all of a sudden I see 10 little things jump out of it, and it was all these parachuters just jumping out of the a helicopter.
Yeah, were they just doing like practice?
They were practicing, but I've never seen anything like that, and it was so close to me that I was like, Nick, you have to see this.
Like, what is falling out of that helicopter? Oh my gosh, those are people.
And they were literally 10 of them, and then they did it again. I was like, yes. So I think I have footage. We can try to find that and put that in here.
That's so funny.
So random since we were talking about helicopters, but
yeah. Do you have anything that you've seen that's really?
Oh yeah. So I actually do. There's a couple things that I can remember, kind of. So most of them are before the cops get there. So like when you're driving and there's an accident and it's before anything gets there. So there is one.
Oh, I do have one. I thought I'll tell you.
Okay. Yeah. So there's a couple. So there's this one random one. I was driving back home from something to like on the Cape, and there was this truck that was inside, like they ran into the trees that were on the side of the highway, and no one was there, there was like one person trying to help the person, but I later figured out that it was my cousin.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Were they okay?
They're fine. Yeah, it was about a year ago now, but like the truck was like in the tree. It was absolutely, and I was like, oh my god, that sucks. I hope they're okay. And it turns out it was my cousin the whole time.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so that's crazy. But also, I've seen a car on fire before.
I've seen that.
Okay,
I've seen that several times.
I think that has to be the craziest thing.
It is crazy to
I
see
did
that.
see a 16-wheeler also like
over.
Kind of. The truck was tucked over, but the bed, or what do you call it, the trailer came off, and it was like dug into the ground.
Oh my gosh. I saw one tipped not long ago, like going off the highway.
Yeah.
They probably took too fast of a turn.
Yeah.
And the whole not the cab, but the whole
the trailer
tipped over and like spilled whatever was in it. They had people like trying to clean up whatever it was.
Okay, so yeah, that's my
But one of my crazy ones. So something about me is I love Pizza Hut. Just,
oh my god. So we are destined to be best friends because I love Pizza Hut, and Nick will not go to Pizza Hut. Pizzones are my favorite thing.
So we'll get Pizza Hut on our way back.
Yes!
Because there is Pizza Hut.
Oh my god, yes. I'm so excited.
So I love Pizza Hut. Something about like the pan pizzas, like the deep dish. I can't. Like, I miss Pizza Hut so much.
I know.
And so, like, even for our wedding, Doug got me, like, a little pin of, like, what the old lights used to look like in, like, the old vintage. And I guess they're bringing back, like, 30 locations in the U.S. are going back to that vintage
I
look
wish they would kick out the one at Dennis.
No, they need to just come back.
It still looks like a Pizza Hut.
It needs to come back. Anyway, tangent there. But I love Pizza Hut. So one time, several years ago, for my birthday, I really wanted Pizza Hut. We don't have any Pizza Huts on the Cape anymore. Like she was saying, the one in Dennis, it went away.
It's like an urgent care. It still looks like a Pizza Care. Hut with like the roof. Yeah. Anyways.
So I was going off Cape to the closest Pizza Hut at the time, which was like in Brockton. It's not there anymore either. So now the closest ones are like the North Shore.
Yeah.
So kind of around where we are right now.
Yeah.
But there were no Pizza Huts anywhere near us. But at the time there was one like an hour away. I'm like, I'm willing to drive an hour to go get Pizza Hut for my birthday. So I hopped in the car, got on the highway to go get my Pizza Hut. Didn't even make it one exit away, and I was stopped.
Oh my god.
Not moving. And I'm like, what the heck is happening? Literally, like 30 minutes went by, and we still weren't moving. So I like parked my car.
I've done that before too.
People were getting out of their car.
Yeah.
This was just right on the Cape, like right off,
on the Cape,
right on the highway, like right after my exit. So in between old exits 7 and 8. I don't know what they are now.
They're always 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. They're never going to be 70 something or whatever.
In between old exits 7 and 8 on Cape Cod,
which is basically where we live.
Where we live, yeah. So I hadn't gotten very far, and I'm like, I guess I'm not getting Pizza Hut tonight. Like, I was so bummed. But I get out of the car, and I'm like, what is happening? I actually saw people I know also, like, stopped there,
traffic.
and I'm like, do we know what's happening? I start to kind of walk until I can see what's going on.
Yeah.
And they have a body covered with a tarp in the middle of the road. I'm like, it's a dead body.
How long ago?
Probably like 10 years ago.
A dead body.
I mean,
RIP, I'm so sorry that happened, but like, that's insane. You know,
it's worse when you realize why, because I'm going to tell you the story.
Yeah, because you're like bitching about it.
It's really bad. So I was like, what happened? I'm so curious. Found out later that there is it's a woman, she actually lived on the same street that my best friend lives on.
Yeah.
Down the street from my house.
Yep.
She left a note and committed suicide by running across the highway.
So she wasn't even in a car. It was just her running across.
Nope. And several people hit her. Several cars hit her. And it could have been me. If I was a few minutes earlier to get my Pizza Hut, I would have hit this woman. And not your fault, because clearly she's doing it on purpose, but like, that is still horrible.
That just triggered a memory for me. Nick and I were driving down. Do you know where Harbor Freights is?
Yeah.
So we're driving towards the Rotary, and this sorry if I'm profiling, it looked like a homeless woman. She was crossing the road, and then there was another one. She had already crossed, and there's another lady crossing the road, and the car in front of us didn't see the second person crossing and hit her. So literally in front of my eyes, I watched this woman fly.
Did she die?
No, she was unconscious for about 15-20 minutes, because obviously I stopped, gave my statement. I think I called 911 too. I gave that, and the girl that she was with was like holding her, like, no, crying. And then the woman, the ambulance gets there, the woman wakes up, stands up, and walks away.
After going flying.
This woman flew and was hit by a car. The car was going 40. Like, it was not slow.
People are always trying to cross around that area too, and it's not a safe
it was literally like, there's no crosswalk there. It is a 4 lane, so like right to going.
And people fly down that road.
So that triggered a memory for me. I've actually seen someone get hit by a car and went flying.
So like, we have seen crazy things.
I guess we have.
We just didn't
we need
some. Like, I don't know. We didn't think anything crazy, and I'm like, wait a minute,
jog the memory, because I don't know.
That's so funny.
Oh wait, that's so funny. I was gonna say if there was a scary trip, like, but I guess we kind of touched base on all the trips we've been on.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any like.
I feel like every trip has their like moments, like driving through the torrential rain. That was not fun. That was kind of scary.
Yeah.
You know, there's moments that are like maybe a little.
Well, there's also the fact that I get car sick.
I do too.
So a lot of the time, that's a reason why I do drive. So say like I have a wedding in the mountains. Nick will drive the highway part, but then I will get out and I'll do all the ones that are winding
the windy
up
roads,
the mountains and stuff, because I just literally can't. Like, I'm in the passenger.
I can't look at my phone or anything. I can't read, nothing like that.
Same.
Unless I'm on a straightaway, I can a little bit.
This is fine. Like, I feel fine. Like, this is totally fine. But, like, usually if I'm okay in here, but sometimes when it starts to get like that, I'm like, no, I just
if I'm in the back of a car, I'm usually not okay either.
I get... No matter
I have to
what,
sit kind of in the middle.
Like, not even though I have to be in the passenger.
Yeah, I usually, if I am in the back seat, I usually have to sit right in the middle so I can, like, actually see out the front. Otherwise,
So that's pretty much why I try to drive, because it's just like I'm not in the mood. I did bring my relief band though. Have you heard of that before?
I have, yeah.
So I had I told Nick I wanted it for like maybe 3 or 4 years in a row, and I told him, I was like, if I don't get this for Christmas, I'm buying it myself. It's not cheap. It's $200.
Yeah. Does it work?
So I've only tried it kind of once. I was only a little bit nauseous, and I decided to put it on, but I don't know if it works. I also took a Zofran because I have a fear of vomiting, so I really just didn't want to. So I will eventually try it. I'm not saying I want to get car sick on this trip, but like if I do, then I'll put it on and I can circle back. But I'm hoping they will help with rides on Disney too.
Right? Yeah.
Because it's bad. I hate it. So all those people that suffer with motion sickness, we get it. We feel you. It's no fun.
I know, and I used to not be motion sick like at all, except a little bit in the car if I was looking at something like reading or something.
Nick can literally head it. Like, on the computer.
I don't get it. And like as I've gotten older, I definitely have gotten more and more motion sick. Like some of the rides at Disney. Like if you guys have, I don't know if we at this point have put out our other episode that we've already made, but we haven't put it out yet. Where we talk about different Disney rides. Some of them, like Star Tours, I used to have no problem with. It's just it's a screen and you're moving and watching the screen. I like can't do it now.
And there's something about getting older. I don't know. Obviously, our hormones are changing. Maybe that has something to do with it. But like
your body just can't handle it anymore.
Literally.
It's like how I can't drink anymore. Like your body just can't do anything anymore.
I know. Speaking of that, I kind of have to pee because I'm drinking this whole thing. All right, I guess we can end that here. I think
we've talked for a long time. So.
Like Nick's always saying, you need to do this longer. I think we were filming for us as an hour and 10 minutes on our little recorder thingy.
Well, there you go, Nick. It's a long one.
So let me take my tiny little microphone. Thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. It's very different from what we usually do, but we thought, why not? We're going to be in the car together for 3 hours. Might as well just film something. And I think this is going to be kind of cool. I think this is going to be a cool addition. So if we ever do this in the future, which I can see us...
And if everybody really... let's say everyone loves this episode, we'll just keep
on doing it, because like, why not? We'll go somewhere. I think it's a lot of fun. Like I already have ideas for future car episodes. Like we can talk about haunted roads. We can talk about like scariest roads. Like I don't know if you ever... We
could actually like take trips to some of these locations.
Yeah.
Where we could talk about it on the way there and then experience what it is together.
Yeah.
I think that'd be kind of cool.
I think it'd be cool too. So this episode, this one is, you can either watch it or you can listen to it. I feel like in the future for those ones though, we're going to have more visual based episodes, which we'll do our best to explain it if you can only listen to it. But we'll give that disclaimer at the beginning of the episodes that if it's something that we think you should watch, that maybe you should like turn it off and then go and watch it. But that's in the future. I hope we can do this more. This was a lot of fun. I can't wait to see it, like how it comes out. This is all just one camera too on a GoPro, so hopefully you like to watch one angle.
Hopefully it worked well and our microphones were on.
I know. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Shout out to Nick from Killing It Entertainment for editing and producing. Well, I don't think he really produced this podcast. We produced this podcast.
We did it on our own.
Follow us on social medias. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like, if you don't subscribe, and we won't be able to do this. Like, people watch it without subscribing. So please subscribe if you watch. Leave us a comment. And, we're still looking for stories, too. If you want to leave us any kind of story of anything, we're eventually going to do these listener stories. And I can't wait to do that. So, I'm blabbing. And we're going to end the podcast. That's it. Tell your cats we said hi. I don't know what I'm doing next. I think I got that right. Oh, yeah. Wait.
Where's that?
Thanks. How do I stop this?
You need to slide them, right?
Yeah.
I think you have to, like, hold it down.
Hold it.
Until it shuts off.
Oh, I think you're right. Yep. You are correct. I'm just an idiot. I'm just